Hello everyone, this is episode 2 of live play Final Fantasy XIV. I'm your host Aaron Meehan of SG Gaming Info, and I hope you're all having a great night. Personally, I had a good night, a bit mixed, because I was watching the football and rugby. Ireland were playing South Africa in the rugby, and Ireland was playing Denmark in Copenhagen in the World Cup playoffs. Now, spoiler alert for those who haven't actually watched those games and are waiting. Ireland beat South Africa 36-3, I believe, if I remember correctly. 2 tries in the last 15. 2 tries and 2 conversions, and Ireland drew 0-0 with Denmark. So we're going back into the world of Final Fantasy XIV. If you saw the first episode, or if you didn't, you can watch it. If you didn't see it, you can watch it on YouTube. That's YouTube link is SG Gaming. YouTube name is SG Gaming Info. Or if the VOD's still around, you can watch the VOD here on my mixer. So, what did happen last episode? Well, last episode we kicked some ass. We actually didn't do much. We spent half an hour creating a character, which was probably the longest I've spent creating a character in my life. It was quite humorous actually, but it's always fun to do that, just sit back and just create a character. Well, it's always probably one of the hardest things to do as well, really, if you think about it. That's why I'm just making sure the stream's working, and just actually want to pop out the chat because I don't actually, because if I'm looking at the chat when it's not popped out, it'll bug the hell out of me because I'm just, my eye will just keep looking at the chat box. Hang on, I always seem to never get this right on time. Streaming is hard. It's like, I think, yeah, that's all that. Yeah, I spent half an hour creating this character. If you watched it live or you seen the VOD video, you know I had, I just couldn't decide. It's like, should I go Arash? Should I go Makwute? Should I go Lalafell? It's like, no, I don't want to be a potato because that's weird. You can see the character's face there. For those who didn't see the stream again, I modeled the hair, well, the hair color, the black with red highlights of the character Ruby from the animated web series Ruby. That's the show is it's weird, the show and the character has the same name, but it's actually, the show is spelled R-W-B-Y. Apologies, while the character is spelled R-U-B-Y. I'm quite a fan of the show. I actually have quite a few figurines to it. It's always good. And I think the second half of the first episode was basically kicking ass and taking names. I'd like to say that, but I was actually just running around Gridania doing quests, because that's what pretty much the whole start is. As you can see, I'm an archer, by the way. I should have mentioned that earlier. But how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a good day. I just mapped the central shroud by walking into it. So where do I have to go? I just have to go around this area, kill mobs here. Unfortunately, I'm playing an archer, so early on this is the most benign experience. I actually want to lower this down a bit. It might be a bit high. Hopefully it's not. But it's kind of a benign experience being an archer early on. It's like, press 1. Press. So that attack's a different one. It's like, oh, I did a different attack. I did straight shot. And increase critical hit rate. I had to look around there because I have my mic in the way covering that. Hope that's a bit better. It's actually a really easy class to play archer. Especially the fact that I'm kind of over leveled. Like, all I did was the quests in Gridania and I hit level 3, so granted, I do have the Alamigo earring, which grants me extra 30% XP, gives me an extra 30% Gives me an extra 3% experience when I'm below level 50. And for those who don't know, the level cap is 70 if you have the two expansions. The first expansion being Heavensward, and the new one being Stormblood. For those wondering, I have completed both their stories. This actually isn't my main, this is an ultra made just for this live play. My main character, I believe, is a... she was an Ara. She was Makwete, then Ara, and now she's Makwete again. I have a penchant for cute things, as you can see with the lovely fat cat chocobo. That chocobo is actually, you get the official Final Fantasy XIV merchandise actually. This pop filter is doing my head in. It's decided, oh, I'm gonna fall now. GG. Just kill more ladybugs. But it's really cute. I love cute things. If you could see where this office is set up, I wish you could actually see like all the characters I have. I actually have a delivery Moogle there as well. Probably for the next live play Final Fantasy XIV, I'll have the Moogle here instead, and I might have the Nana mode basically just sits. So apart from watching the football and rugby, what else I've been doing? Well, I saw Thor Ragnarok there yesterday. I went to see it a long time. I just went to see what my went into Dublin to see what into Savoy with a cousin of mine. I hadn't actually seen him in a while, so I was like, he talked about how he wanted to see it, and ooh, that gives me. I just got an ability that gives me an extra 10% damage deal for about 20 seconds. That's a good situational spell. To show to you now. I don't know why I put it in that, because I'm so used to putting my ability, when I get an ability, I get a buff or a debuff, I always put them in the second, because it's a mental way of me saying, okay, first group is attack or healing. Actually, let me get rid of those. Don't really need them. And healing, and then they're buffs, and I usually have one above that, which is basically just random stuff I don't need. It helps me learn best things to do. So saying, I saw Thor Ragnarok. It's a good movie. It reminds me a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 in terms of its comedy. But the comedy wasn't overwhelming. My favourite character was definitely the stone, I think was Korg or something. I can't remember his name, but his voice didn't match his, like, he was basically a rock monster. If you watch, I think it was Species was in Thor the Dark World, like the creature that Thor comes in, just like kills in one hit with a hammer. So it was an interesting character. I think I heard he was voiced by the director. Honestly, I have no idea. Hang on, can I actually use any of the characters I have unlocked, or mounts I have unlocked? That's my minion list. Mounts. Let's see if I can use the Falcon. Oh, I can't. I like that. It's a nice mount, that it. Every time I talk, my voice decides to like go really high pitch for some reason. Sorry about that. But yeah, after I saw it Thor Ragnarok, pretty good. The action worked well, I thought, with the comedy. So the comedy didn't push over the action and the drama, which I kind of feared when I heard it was going to be a more comedic. It's definitely the best Thor movie out of the three of them. I could never get into the Thor movies. Don't know why. First Thor was okay. I didn't really like some of the supporting cast. Like, what was it? The one that becomes his girlfriend? Love interest or wherever. I absolutely hated her with a passion. I must say to most of them, really. Okay, so what's going on? Conquering Hero returns. You've completed my little task. My little tasks, I trust. Ooh. Bad gas there. The 3 locations you visited will feature promptly in your life as an adventurer. It is best to grow familiar with it as soon as possible. I think the quest for her was basically go to the market, check the Aetheryte Crystal, and I can't remember what the other one was. Sorry. It's just so funny. That's why I picked that garb. It's like, I'm wearing a fat Chocobo helmet. Take me seriously. Please. And get wind shards. For those who don't know about wind shards, they're used for crafting. And if you get high level crafting, oi, those catalysts, they are the biggest pain ever. I mean, I think when I was doing crafting in Heavensward, sorry, I didn't do much I haven't really done much in Stormblood actually. Oh god. No, I'm not going to say anything about these. Is it that them? If you play Final Fantasy XIV, you know what I mean by is that them? Well, that'll give me new garbs anyway. Try that on. What's it look like? Thank God there's. Oh wait, I don't think you unlock die until 50. Bugger. Or glamour. Sad banda. Yeah, it's raining. It feels like Ireland. It's rashing out. Jesus. So where else am I going? I have to turn the rest of the quests. I have a few quests there. Let's use... It's like, I could be lazy, walk up to the main Aetheryte Crystal and then teleport. Use the city teleporter to go to there, but... let's not be. But yeah, Thor Ragnarok. Good movie. If you liked the first Guardians of the Galaxy, you will enjoy Thor Ragnarok. Second Guardians of the Galaxy is a weird one, I always find. Like, it was good. Granted, the time I saw it probably wasn't the best time to watch Guardians of the Galaxy for me. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Because if you've seen the ending, that's for me, that ending was painful. Just spoiler alert: there's a funeral that takes place of a character, and it was difficult for the main reason of being the character was a father figure. And in March, if you follow me like on my website and all that, on YouTube or on Twitter, you would know my father passed away in March unexpectedly. So it was a painful experience, to say the least, because it was not long after his death. It's kind of difficult. I was there with my cousin and my aunt. She was there in Dublin at the time, so I was like, she was paying for us, so she paid for everything, which was very kind of her. And it's like, don't cry in the scene. At the end, it was kind of difficult. But speaking again, what I did over the week, I have a passion. If you've read the description, I have a passion for anime, and I also have a passion for manga. So what I ended up doing, Forbidden Planet. The place steals my money. It's 2 for €3, so I was like, I'll get some manga. And usually get 2 for 3, so about 26 quid for 3 manga. So it's so bad. And it's like, the manga I'm reading at the moment, I'm reading Honor Student Magical High School, I believe is the name, and Flying Witch. Fortunately, you only had volume 3 of Flying Witch, and I was caught up on the high school one. That's a receipt, don't want to share that. And so I was like, bugger, I'll just see if I get a new one. And I don't know if you can see it there. Is that backwards? I don't know. It is called Spirits and Cat Ears. I read the first volume online and it caught my attention very much because it's a very cutesy design, and I love cutesy design, so I'm interested in reading it. I was actually going to read it last night and I kind of forgot. I had it, I left it on the kitchen table. I was knackered. I didn't get home until about 9 because for those who are religiously inclined, it's Holy Week. So that means for those, I think, well, in the Christian faith anyway, Catholic faith, I don't know the wider Christian faith follows it, but they have Basic Remembrance Week, so for those, basically remember those who have passed away throughout the year from November 2016 up until this point, and up till October 2017. So I was there, like, honoring my father, of course. I'm not a religious person, but you know, it's something to do. It's like, I don't really like doing it. I like to honor in my own time, etc. But my mother wanted to go, so I had to go with her. Just, you know, more support. And well, my sister no longer lives in Ireland, so. And we're level 5. That means I can equip the new gear, which means I have to say goodbye to this gear. I forgot I had to attach them. I open them up. There's all the stuff I get in the mailbox from veteran rewards, because I've been playing for like maybe 2 years or something like that. I think there was like only 1 year I've missed. So when I equip that. Now, how does that make sense? Okay, we're giving you reward. Like, the reward was the eye patch, which gives us dexterity and strength. Am I correct? Yeah, it gives the dexterity and strength. Now, dexterity is good for rogue and that. Gee, what is good for? Oh, sorry, dexterity. Yeah, it's good for physical ranged damage and damage dealt by rogue arms. So where's the logic in having an eye patch for an archer? Like, wouldn't that inhibit their field of view? Okay, she's holding it with the left hand, which means she'd be looking like that, wouldn't she? So actually, it might not inhibit her. Yeah, because she's holding like that, which means if you stand like that, so actually it might. Or what? Well, the way that it's like the worst way for my character to see. I think my volume's too high. Makes no sense. Oh god, sorry. It's like, what the hell? Okay, what clothes can my character wear? Body part. That laughing actually hurt. Okay, I have that. And so no, there's nothing else I can wear. I know there is a boost item for those who want to get to level 30 quickly to go to the Conjurer's Guild. I think you can get that once you like completed like the entry thing, they call it. It's like just before your first dungeon. It's like you have to go through this procedure to help you understand it, and you get a reward that gives you an XP boost. Oh god, I just had a horrible thought of Final Fantasy XIV selling XP boosters. Ugh. I just realized, yeah, I like 5 so I can get the next Archer quest. Oh, thank god I don't have to wear those bleeding light mitts. I just want to try them on to show you. Look at that. Look at that. What is that? What is that? That's usually word for major, so you have to hold a scepter. How could you hold a scepter? You could not hold a scepter with that. That's fucking oven mitts. Like, when I cook, I obviously wear oven mitts, and it's like you can barely hold things. Maybe I'm using oven mitts wrong or whatever. You know, it's like, like that actually you get those mitts several times in the game if you're playing a mage character. It's like, why? They're just ugly. Well, at least these fingerless leather gloves work well. Actually, the colour's not too bad when it comes to match the skirt, so that's good. I think I have to go back to the archers. Yeah, go back to the archers and then. Actually, I should go up the guy up here first, then go back to the Archers Guild and then go out. I think that's the best way to do this. But yeah, I can't wait to read those manga that I got. I'll probably read them tonight after the stream. Depends. It depends how I'm feeling, really. I'm actually feeling a bit tired right now. I actually get tired very easily sometimes. My body is weird. It's like blah. Of course, go out to North Shroud. I'll just do that. Yeah, I'll go out this way, and I can double back it. I can double back when I have to go to Central Shroud to pick up the Archer quest. Hopefully, the Archer quest doesn't have me go out this way. It'd be weird if it did. Okay, actually, this is an important thing I have to explain. Oh, Hunter's Log. To see those things over. Yeah, zoom in my character has me zoom in on the end on the other characters. GG. See with the kind of swirl above them, that means they're in the Hunter's Log, which is a thing which gives you extra experience, which is handy. Because this game makes it really easy to gain experience. Right, it's level 6 quest there. Might as well just kill a few of these guys. You know what I mean? Sit back, kill a few mobs. The archer really isn't a low level. The archer really isn't that fun, unfortunately. Although I do know the bard, which is the job version of the class, which you unlock at level 30, is getting a ability to play music. I did watch the live stream that Yoshida-san did, the director, and I can't remember the name of the guy who does it with him. Just notice some brain drops there, which is odd. Actually, I'll just hand in this quest first and then go back for clear sign, because I want to make sure, obviously, that higher for levels. That's 7, 5, 4. It's the final countdown. That's just one just popped into my head. There's not much happening really in this game. It's like, I think outside of me. Oh God, what's Raven doing? As I follow Raven Yar on Mixer as well, and I just got a notification that she's doing a dance off. They must be having a lot of fun at Gamerfest. For those who don't know, there's another convention going on in Ireland. It's on Galway. Fortunately, I'm poor as dirt, so it's basically bugger I can't go. So everyone else is off having fun, but don't worry, I'm with you guys, and well, it's a nice trade-off, I suppose. Filled with confidence that one does, doesn't it? But yeah, I'm probably going to read those spirits and cat ears one. It looks interesting. It involves like yokai, different myths, some myths as well. So it's nice. I'm a big fan. I like anime and manga. Ooh, actually reminds me I have to watch the next episode of Ancient Magus Bride. I was reading them. Hopefully it's good. Oh yeah, I mentioned earlier that I was a choice between those 3 and another 3. The other 3 was Interviews with Monster Girls. I saw the anime of it, which is on Crunchyroll, and it's pretty good, but I think the 3 volumes have pretty much covered what's in the manga, so it's like it's not something new for me. So unless... Oh, it died. So unless... We'll see how it goes further on. There was some other manga I want to get. I really want to find today's Cerberus. I know it's... As far as I know, it is out. But I just haven't been able to find it. Probably have to buy it on Amazon. And I also want to watch... or get the manga for Alice to Zoroku. I don't know... I presume the English name for it would just be Alice and Zoroku, since that's what Alice to Zoroku means when you translate it from Japanese to English. Because again, it's an anime, it was on Crunchyroll, really good, highly recommend you view it. It starts off kind of, I wouldn't say dark, it wouldn't, not as light-hearted, but it gets very light-hearted with twins. At times it feels like a, how would you say, Japanese version of Alice in Wonderland, where the main character feels like the Red Queen in some respects, and that's, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean the Red Queen as a kid. I think I probably have to see it. I watch a lot of anime and Crunchyroll. I do actually own a ton of anime DVDs and Blu-rays, but I never found myself having the time. I mean, I bought Ghost in the Shell, the movie, live action movie. Hate or gonna hate, I actually didn't mind it, so I haven't had a chance to watch it on Blu-ray. I went to cinema to watch it. I liked it. I'm a terrible judge of movies, but hey, at least it's a really good world setting. I had a suspension of disbelief with it because I knew it wasn't going to be exactly like the animated series or series is, since like there's like the standalone complex, standalone complex, Arise, and a few others, and there's a few movie series. So many, but I thought it was good for like the themes that the animes had in For Ghost in the Shell was going to be really difficult to translate over to a Western audience, and I think they managed to do it well enough. I did kind of like the little hint of racism in the creation of the Major, and by that I means like the show kind of explains why the Major is basically a white Caucasian and not an Asian character, even though I know the creators of the manga never really said, like, but then she was Japanese, since she's like an android. Later on, like, find that she is Asian, and that when they basically made her a robot, they made her, okay, let's make her a white Caucasian, which could be described as kind of racist. Ooh, there is a fade. So, blue circle with monster in it. That's a fate. That means it's a public quest, or if you play Destiny, like the Destiny 2, basically a public event, people can just go in, and this one is basically kill this monster. They're relatively easy there. Let's see if I can solo it. I should be able to solo it, although it'll probably just take a while. I always like the music of Final Fantasy games. Good music. They do good music for Final Fantasy. I can't remember the name of the composer. My ex would probably kill me, because my ex was a big fan of the composer. He does a lot of the Final Fantasy XIV stuff. Nope, drawing a blank. Even if I did remember, I wouldn't be able to pronounce the name properly. I'm really bad pronouncing Asian names. I just realized something. I never put my potions in my hot bar. Yeah, it looks like I probably won't win this, despite the fact that I have a 3-level advantage. If only I had the ability to self-heal. I think I missed that too much by my Black Mage. No, it's not a black mage anymore. I basically became a red mage permanently on that because I really love the red mage. Even before the Stormblood expansion came out, because I remember playing it at the Final Fantasy XIV media tour that I was invited to, and I just fell in love with the red mage straight away. Yeah, I'm gonna die, so... Or will I? Actually, I think I have a good possibility of living. I think I'll live. I think I'll survive. The amount of damage he's doing versus the fact that I can heal with the potions should give me the advantage. That gives me about 32 HP back, or the maximum of 160, so it's not too bad. Yeah, I basically have this fight. Not bad for a public event, although this is a low level one. You won't be able to solo the likes of like Odin. Basically what this does when you win it, you don't get like loot, you just get experience and you get gil. Later, if you join when you join a grand company, you will get grand company seals. Grand companies are basically so they're, let's see if I can zoom out. Grand companies are Gridania, Ulda, and Limsa. So basically, when you start further in the game, you can basically pick a grand company to work with. It doesn't make a difference who you really pick in the story. Wow, my voice broke you there. In the story, because well, there's no faction conflict between the three. Three. I find that hard to say. Number 3, because I find when I say tree, it means like, oh, you're talking about a tree. I had an uncle who teased me about that so much, and it's made me so self-conscious. What can you do? So, all of this playthrough is just basically me doing combat and talking shite, as per usual. Not a lot to do really, unfortunately. Just do quests. Because the problem is, at low level, the story really doesn't get going. Which is a pain. Like, the story in this game doesn't get going for like level 30. At the earliest. Yeah, I'd say level 30 at the earliest. I don't want to spoil too much. As well, hopefully I'll still be playing this game. Or doing the live play of this. Actually, talking of live play, I am thinking of ideas for another live play. Like, basically what I will have been doing is Final Fantasy XIV live play will be during the weekend, so either Saturday and or Sunday, and I'll be doing a midweek one. Now, I'm a big fan of JRPGs, so I was thinking between Hyperdimension Neptunia series, so started off with Rebirth. I basically have all the main series on PC, so I have Rebirth 1, Rebirth 2, Rebirth 3, and Hyperdimension Neptunia V2. I have all those, and I have some of the spin-offs. That's courtesy of the publishers, Idea Factory International. I think I reviewed quite a few of them. I now reviewed the Vita, the handheld, and the PS4 counterparts. Haven't had a chance to review For Goddesses Online, which is another spin-off anime spin-off Neptunia game. It actually is a Neptunia anime, believe it or not. It's not too bad, although it is on Crunchyroll, but it's subs only, and I don't know, I like the dubs of the Neptunia characters. Which, some dubs are actually kind of good. There are some bad dubs and there are some good dubs. And Neptunia games have good dubs. Apart from that's like doing a special attack. Let me take a really long wind up for you to move out of the way. Yes, they do. Although you will find some people like won't move out of the way. especially if you're doing raids. Maybe that's why they gave the white mage the ability to basically gave the white mage a get over here ability for level 70. I think it's the white mage that can do it. Basically, mage like select car and just pull them over. And you can kind of do a black mage and a white mage can kind of do a short tug of war, because black mage now has ability to get back to its circle, which gives it basically attack speed boosts. Oh bugger, no, don't attack that. What's that? Oh yeah, these are attack on sight. Someone must have been married. That chocobo is for people who get in-game marriage. I think that in-game marriage would have made with a maid actually. So funny, he actually didn't. Like, I think he was like the only one in the FC who didn't know I was a guy. Kinda felt bad for him. Oh god. Poor man. Apparently my mannerisms were very feminine. Don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but I role-played a female character so well that a character didn't know. Poor guy. What can you do? Although I think it's the fact that I like really cutesy things, like the stereotypical girl styles, like, oh, I like cute things, yada yada yada. It's like, I think that's rare for a guy to like cute things. I never understood that why. It's like, oh, guys can't like cute things. It's like, what? Where's the logic in that? I mean, I don't know where that started for me, like why I started liking cute things. Like, I have tons of plushies. Yeah, I went off tangent, didn't I? I was supposed to talk about like what the other game I had a choice of for the weekday stream. The other one is Tales of Berseria on the PC version. Again, I actually got a copy of it from the game's publisher, which in this case is Bandai Namco Entertainment. That is for a case for pre-release preview on the PC version. I reviewed that game on the PS4. So I was like, I'd like to play through that, because I liked it. It was probably a lot better than Tales of Zestiria, which was just before it. I'm looking at that. I just wish Tales of Xillia would come out on the PC. It's like, please give it a PC release. I really want it on PC, because then I could live stream it and play it in a higher resolution than the PS3 counterpart. And it is a fun game. I think that was actually my game of the year, Tales of Xillia was one year. I love my JRPGs. Although, in a weird twist of fate, when I play JRPGs, I don't know if, I think it's the color. Like the strong colors in JRPGs makes me tired. I don't know if anyone's actually noticed that themselves. Like, if you play JRPGs, like, you think like, oh, I'm getting tired. It's like, it's the colors are in your face, and that's a guy riding an egg. I think that's from the first. Yeah, I'd say that's probably from the first Easter event they did. Although he could have easily bought that in the in-game, the real money shop, which unfortunately Final Fantasy XIV has. And when I actually saw that first implemented, I was debating whether or not to unsubscribe and protest. Because when WoW got the Blizzard store and they started selling in-game items for money, like, not, I know they were doing it before when there was like, oh, we're doing it for charity, but then they started doing stuff for profit. I was like, hang on, WoW is a very profitable company. Like, Blizzard is a very profitable company, Blizzard being the publishers and developers of World of Warcraft. And it's like, I can't really support that. And so I stopped playing. I also find it annoying that a lot of MMOs that are pay to play have like, oh, you pay to change server. I had actually, a few years ago in 2011, I was talking to, it was VP of something for Tryon Worlds, and it was regarding Rift, and we were talking about character transfers. And I'd asked him, like, how is it done? Like, why is it so expensive? Is it done manually? Is that the price is like, oh, you had something to do it. It's like, years ago, stuff like that was done manually, apparently. But nowadays, it's really easy to do. It's just a few clicks. And so, he actually made a point, he doesn't understand itself why was paid transfer. I believe at the time Rift didn't pay for those, didn't like say you had to pay for that stuff. Probably do now because it's gone free to play. I should check that out more. I actually played Rift again a while ago. Got like the free 30-day Patreon thing because I purchased the game and did a month subscription. Wasn't too bad though. I think the graphics are a bit dated at this point now. A lot of MMOs have dated graphics. Although I want to play Closers. That's a very good game. It's published by Unmasked Entertainment. I did the alpha. Well, the company that does the PR work in Ireland and the UK basically sent me a code so I could basically try out the alpha and do a preview on it, and I liked it very much. It was a bit easy, but it appealed to my ability to play dress up. I think I was playing a male character. He was I basically had him in cat ears and a cat tail. I make no apologies for liking cute things. Cute things are cute. Jesus. Some food. Don't know. I have never really found a reason to use food in this game. Hey. I look so ugly. Thank God for the fact that you can display, or you can basically have this, you can hide the headgear. Because if you get some ugly as sin gear, particularly for the headpiece, or well, you can hide the sword, although later on you can like hide pieces of clothing. It was the Emperor's New Glamour, I think I believe they called it. Again, you had to be level 50, sorry, not level 30. I wish it was level 30. When all that stuff was introduced late in, I think it was midway through Realm Reborn when 2.0, the reboot of Final Fantasy XIV. For those who don't know, Final Fantasy XIV was released actually a good few years ago and was a complete and utter flop, the 1.0. Oh god, I actually was in the alpha and later beta for that game. I was young. It was not longer back then, I must think. Yeah. Lip split there. Lip is lips are really cracky at the moment. I don't have my lip balm. I'm gonna make most of the time with this. That's the sweet struggle. See, if this is the first time like seeing like combat in Final Fantasy 14, it doesn't look that great. But this is low level, and the higher you get, oh, that's the same in game. He's like, I hope it is. I was like, what the bugger is that sound? So yeah, I think going back on track to what I might be doing, I might do some weekday streams. Like pick one day to do a JRPG live play. I might do a day where I play new Star Wars Battlefront 2. I know if you pay that early access thing, you can get it now, but I'm not really bothered, and I know I should be getting a review code for it, though oddly enough I didn't get a review code for Need for Speed, the new Need for Speed game, although I haven't heard great things about that. I'm not sure, maybe that it's lost in the mail. So I usually do, I used to get review codes on the PS4 versions, but I was asking if they could send me PC versions. They said yes, so hopefully they do, because I find it makes life easier for recording, etc. And especially when doing reviews, like many people, I take notes. So it's like I have dual monitor support, so I have the game in one monitor and Word in the next. So it's like, say something happens, like, okay, want to make a note of that, write it down. That's why annoying, because I'm actually reviewing Assassin's Creed Origins at the moment. If you saw my tweet about it, you know that I'm not exactly a fan of it. I have a few issues with it, but as a person who likes ancient Egypt, like especially the mythos of the gods and goddesses, I'm enjoying it. The thing is, the TV is just over there, just behind me, and so basically it's a bit far away, which is annoying. But it's the way this office is designed. It's because it's, as you can see, it's a slanted roof, and the roof is very low. Don't try to play standing VR in here; it will end in tears. Not that I tried that. Well, I did try, and then I realized if I had actually used Project... Well, it's not called Project Spark, it's called Spark. The full motion VR game done by CCP Games. It's coming out, I believe, in the Oculus and HTC Vive. 15th November. If I had my email things open, I could check. So I did get an email from CCP about it, or press release about it. I'm pretty sure it was 15th November if I remember correctly. It's well worth the purchase. I know it's PSVR at the moment, so if you have a PSVR, definitely pick it up. It is exhausting game. It's basically full body. It's kind of like basically the disc battle from Tron, and it is absolutely tiring. It's either that or the fact that the game is telling me, get in bleeding shape, mate. You're getting a belly on you. It's like, I know, I keep telling myself I have to lose weight. Although most people who know me in real life, when I say, Jesus, I'm gaining too much weight and getting fat, it's like, you do realize you're skinny as hell. It's like, it's weird. I'm kind of paranoid about my weight, I suppose you could say. I mean, see that much, like my arms are skinny enough, like there's no flab there at all. It's ridiculous. But I know it goes in my stomach, which it's kind of difficult to see, I suppose you could say. I'm not bothered to this late. I'm probably wrap the stream up in an hour. Not an hour, Jesus, no way. I'll probably wrap it up in like 10 minutes. I think what the plan I think is reached for these streams is basically do an hour, then a break, and then another hour, because I upload the VODs in full. So I think last VOD I did was like the VODs of the videos in full. Like the last video was about 2 hours long, discontinuous. So it doesn't make for a good visual experience in VOD format, in my opinion. That's just me, so I don't think I could sit down for 2 hours to watch a video. For a second I thought she was an hour off. So I was like, it's like, oh, that's Ellison? I think the names are. It's like, you get this ugly Ellison hat. Oh jeez, I'm level 8 already? Yeah, I don't want to be seen with that hat, so yeah, I'll equip it, but I'm hiding that. My character looks too pretty to be wearing my character's too pretty to be seen wearing such an ugly helmet. I'll wear it, but I'll hide it, like, you know what I'm saying? Jesus. I feel good. Ashling? What's the comparison? There we are. I'll keep the weather choker, actually. I keep meaning to find the button up there, because if you have multiple classes, you basically have to remind it to save when you change class, which can be annoying sometimes. Actually, if I'm not, see you fool. That's just right. I forgot to equip the gear I had. Thank God for that. Do I have any better looking stuff? I don't know, that kind of suits it. But there's that. The choice of strife bags, no. That's not that cute at all. Those, which look like really weird tights, they look basically like jeans. There's that. There's that. So I'll go for those, because actually it makes her look like she's not wearing anything. I mean, it's the best looking for all of them. True endgame of Final Fantasy XIV is definitely glamour show-offs. I mean, why else would you play a game that has a glamour system? Speaking of which, I really want Final Fantasy XIV to do what WoW did with their glamour system. Yes, WoW now has a glamour system in it. It's basically like once you get a piece of gear you haven't unlocked, you don't need to keep that gear. It goes like a wardrobe kind of system, where it's like, okay, I want to change, just click on it. I think Rift has something similar. I'm gonna have to look that up, I'm not too sure. I realized I just like wrecked that feature. It's like, GG! Get wrecked. I haven't over leveled yet, had I? I had a level 8 quest there, so I'm clearly not over leveling. Although the Grotania one's level 4, so I might be over leveling a wee bit. Same, just better defense. Actually, it says there. Let's see what the recommended gear says. Recommended gear says. The recommended gear says. Oh, it's ugly. Oh. Oh, this is character that has the... She's looking for, I think, her husband or lover, if I remember correctly. Poor girl. I'm at a loss, I can't find. Well, let's meet up with Albert. Alibert. What song was that from? This looks like it could be an ambush. You hear a man cry out in rage. Hey man, why are you killing me? Yeah, your lass is looking for you. Stop it. Stop. Now don't you feel bad for trying to kill me. He's dead, Jim. The fat cat was so shocked that I did that. Hey, Vinny! Of course I remember you, mate. The fat cat was so shocked that I had to kill. He's now... how do I describe... I can't think of any good jokes for that. Fuck with that. My dearest Emiria, I pray this letter finds you well. I know my gifts were sudden and many, but I hope they were to your liking. Seeing you in the first summer of your womanhood, I could restrain myself no longer. I can't read for shite. My thoughts have been only of you these past many moons, of what gifts might bring you happiness. Yet to see you smile from afar is not nearly enough. I long to live together with you in Himmerst Mill, and nothing will bring me great joy. So wait, we killed... This guy was stalking her since she was a... that's creepy. It's basically, as soon as she became, like, of age, this guy was basically sending her stuff to court her. That's bloody creepy. I'm just gonna hope for us, know my heart will grant me a measure of peace, and so it does not cause you distress. I would write this letter to thank you. Yours ever, Albert. For those who just joined, basically we just killed Albert. Thank you for reading this letter. To Santa, his precious gifts. I understand now, but how did he know my favorite flower? Is Albert? No, it can't be. Anyway, you must return the present to its rightful owner. So basically he stole stuff to give to this girl that he was stalking. Isn't he a lovely man? Hope you're having fun chilling, smoking a foreign cigarette. Jesus. By the way, since you're here, how's the audio sound? I always want to know that. Like, how does that sound? It doesn't sound shite. Does it sound good? Where am I going next, by the way? Let's return the foreign goods. New Gridania. Yeah, let's go to New Gridania, so... Let's get teleporting. Gonna get digital. Gonna get digital. Wait. No, wait, is that what? No, it's not. I thought that was the mini Dalamud. Not mini Dalamud. Yeah, mini. Because there is one that had like a Bahamut, I believe, in Dalamud. Like if you've seen the Final Fantasy XIV, the original 1.0 ending, Dalamud was basically this moon that the big bad, the Guardian Emperor, called down, and Dragon Bahamut basically emerged from it and basically pretty much destroyed most of the world. Although, as you can see, the world is pretty much safe because of the... I just love that. Looks so sheeny. Oh, mother. How better do you feel? I'll deal with stolen goods. Yes, I know of the boy and his family. He once lived in this very town. One day he stole a handful of caramel seeds from an influential merchant in the Abani stands. You see, this boy had a sister, and Camille was her favorite flower. Oh wait, so it wasn't a love thing. They were brother and sister, were they? You're desperate. I'm gonna think about any spiteful things of the law. Was that entire side quest about incest? An incestuous relationship? That's messed up. Maybe he was doing it because he wanted her sister to feel better? But that's... like, the tone of the letter was very, like, I kind of love you kind of thing. In a yearning sort of way. That's... although that's Final Fantasy XIV for you. The more you play and when you read some of the text that's going on, it gets really weird. I think I actually did an article about one for level 60 content in Heaven's Word. There's basically this kid who's basically by a fountain waiting for her parents to come home to pick her up. She's a little Makwute kitten, so she's waiting for her parents to pick her up, and basically they never come. A carbuncle appears to keep her company, and there is a quest. There's a fate in the world just in the zone just outside it, and it's about these bears. And the fate text is basically about how the bears killed two Makwute couple, and so basically her parents are dead. There's no quest text regarding the character, although there is later on regarding when they introduce the orphanage. She's kind of a side character in it, and it's like, wow, it's depressing. There's some depressing stories. Like, there is a depressing story regarding a 4-man dungeon group. I believe the healer is married to the tank in it, and it's a sad story, and I don't want to spoil it too much because I don't want to really spoil it, because it is really interesting to find yourself, because it's like, wow. And I have the gear. Ready for the inspection? I got an achievement. Yay! Proceed with the briefing. Yes, quite. I'm too overpowered. Good. Time is of the essence, so listen well. Hey, listen. You will be... God. That's stuck in my head now. Hey, listen. You will now have heard of suspicion vision with Zen Prim the 12's wood. It's really fluffy. It's so fluffy. Anxiety activities, suspect a connection between the two, yada yada. Anxiety are beast tribe people. They're kind of they walk up like humanoids, but they're kind of like flightless birds in a way. Although they have human forms. Although there is a lore reason why they're flightless, but don't want to say. Ah, bugger. I forgot what I was going to do. I have the lore book, and what I was going to do, I was going to We need some lore about Gridania. Because the lore is a bit... Gridania. It looks like a peaceful place. It's kind of messed up. And that's coming from the fact that the other two cities, one has a monarchy and the other is basically a nation founded by pirates. Let's just say they listen to the elements a bit too much in Gridania. Goodbye, Elite Gamer. Have a good night. Hope you have a good night. I freaking mind blanked myself there. I think I'm actually going to end the stream now, actually. Because I don't want to go on for too long and I'm actually beginning to get a bit tired. Because, as you can tell, like I'm basically meandering on different conversations with myself at the moment. I'm gonna get tired like this. Basically, it's like bleh. So really, that's how I'm gonna stream. Oh, by the way, I hope everyone likes my t-shirt. So check out that game, Red Knot. I'm not sponsored by them at all. It's basically 4v4 or 5v5 capital ship battles, capital spaceship battles. So good. It's PC and PS4, I believe. It would be nice to see in the Xbox, actually, because I know a lot of... Well, since Mixer is a Microsoft-owned platform. Like, what can you do? So, what have we done in this Let's Live Play? Well, let's see. We finally got some combat done. And we kind of over-leveled ourselves for some of the content. Because the main quest... at the moment I have is level 5 and I may be level 9. So it's like, good job, Yuna. Good job. You do you, Yuna. You do you. Just spin around. I have a feeling I'm going to be over leveled pretty quickly. It's such a cute minion. For those who want to know how I got the Yuna, wind up Yuna, it was one of the... Stop distracting me, Yuna, with your cuteness. Stop distracting me. It was one of the rewards for basically either getting for the Final Fantasy XIV European Fan Fest, either if you went or bought the live stream of the event. I went with my FC mates. FC is basically a free company, which is basically the Final Fantasy XIV of a guild. But I thought we had a good bit of crack today. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about stuff like talking about how the day went, how Ireland did well in the rugby, not so well in the football, although it was a draw. So beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosers, I believe, is the term. Although I would have liked to see a 1-0 win at least. Because 0-0, second leg at home, it's kind of a do or die situation now. Because if Denmark get 1 goal, that means we need 2. We need a draw is not enough, basically. Because if they get a draw, away goals rule. I mean, if we had a 1-1 in Denmark, it would have been good for us. But what can you do, really? What can you do? What can you do with a drunken sailor? What can you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Why-yo. Sorry, that just popped into my head. You'll find that the more I do the stream, the more random songs pop into my head. This does. That's how my memory works. But yeah, we just spent a good time just fighting monsters, doing quests. I think it was a good time. We kind of discovered a semi-incestuous relationship between a brother and sister, who we killed the brother in the end. But you know, Final Fantasy XIV has some weird stories. Hello, Darth Shroud. Final Fantasy XIV is a pretty good game. I don't know if you just joined, but you missed an entire side quest about an incestuous relationship between a brother and sister, who he had to end up killing the brother because he was a thief stealing stuff. It's quite interesting, really. Final Fantasy XIV, some messed up stories, but great game. So this is really the end for this stream right now. I'm just going to end it in a bit. I don't think there's anything else really to talk about unless you want to hear me rambling about the manga that I bought. Spirits and Cat Ears. The characters are so cute. You probably couldn't see. I love cute things. It's my weakness. But thank you very much for watching. If you're watching this on the VODs on YouTube, or if you're watching on Mixer, the VOD on Mixer, you can also watch my other content on the YouTube page. Actually, can I bring that up now? This is what happens to you live production. Huzzah! I just have to do a transition. There they are on top of the stream. Facebook is /SG Gaming Info. Twitter is at SG Gaming Info. And the YouTube is SG Gaming Info. And of course, you can follow me on the website, which is sggaminginfo.com, where I do a lot of my written content. A lot of them are opinion pieces and reviews and previews. The next review I have planned at the moment is Assassin's Creed Origins, which it's hit and miss for me at the moment. The new combat system in the game hasn't really appealed to me, I must say. A lot of stuff hasn't really appealed to me, the changes. I kind of like, you don't feel like an absolute beast anymore, unfortunately. So, as I continue to ramble, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you hopefully next weekend, by Saturday. Won't be as late as today. I'll probably hope to have it about 6 PM Irish time, GMT, I believe that is now, since you entered winter. It's like -1 or something, like whatever. However the leading time zones work. Anyway, this has been Aaron and me of SG Gaming Info. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next live stream. Goodbye. Say goodbye, Fat Cat. He's too stuffed to talk.